Welcome everyone to my channel. My name is Victor and I'll be talking to you about personal and business finance. So today I'll be talking about secured credit cards and how you can go about obtaining a secured credit card and what are my top three recommended secured credit cards. So let's start with first of all what is understanding what a secured credit card is. Basically, a secured credit card is it's just a credit that is backed up by a cash deposit, where you tend to deposit your, like, let's say maybe $200 or $300, and whatever financial institution you're using, like let's say for example if you're going through, like let's say Chase or maybe Wells Fargo, they may decide to ask you to make a cash deposit of $200 or $300, depending on the amount they decide to ask you to to deposit. And now they use that cash to monitor how you pay. Like when you make a purchase, do you pay it on time? Basically, that's the whole concept of the secured credit card. And the reason as to why people get the secured credit cards, there could be a couple of reasons as to why you may opt to take the secured credit card. And what from my research, I came to realize that this is pretty much used by immigrants. Like most immigrants tend to go these routes. The most of them that I've spoken to, this is the route they take, and this is also something that I also did. So basically, that's what a secure credit card is. And I have my top three credit cards, secured credit cards that I would highly recommend. Number one is the Capital One Platinum Secured Credit Card. And one thing I like about this credit card is there's no annual fee. Like there's absolutely no annual fee. And a couple things about it is, like, let's say for example you put down a refundable security deposit starting at $49 to get the initial 200 credit line. And one thing about it is the rewards. It has some good rewards also. Um, a couple things about some of these credit cards is it may not be suitable for everyone because um, let's say you've had a significant credit damage. This credit card will not do you any good, but it could be an excellent match for getting a credit card for the first time. And as I said, there's no annual or hidden fees. And one thing about this credit card, if you want to see if you can get it, you can do it in a couple seconds and you'll know if you're approved or not. So let's go to the next one. The next credit card is the Citi Secured Mastercard, offered by Citibank. And actually, for you, it's a Mastercard, not Visa. It's a Mastercard, but you must meet their credit qualifications for you to get approved for the credit card, for the secured credit card. So, if approved, the deposit required for the amount is your credit limit. That is between $200 and $2,500. So it's a range. You can either go, maybe they may decide that you can only just do $500 deposit, and yeah, and that's it. And one thing about the Mastercard, the secured Citi secured Mastercard, is it's an option for customers with little or no credit history, and can help you build your credit when used responsibly. Now, basically, what this means is if you make the cash deposit on your secure credit card and it's approved, make sure you pay it on time. If you're supposed to pay it on, let's say, maybe the 13th of every month, try and pay it maybe like a day or 2 days earlier, because that also helps a lot. That shows your credibility. And unlike a debit card, the Citi Secured Mastercard, it's a real credit card that will also help you build your credit history with monthly reportings on all three major credit bureaus: TransUnion, Experian, and what's the third one? Yeah, I'll let you know that one. So, and once available, you will also have free access to your FICO score online. And one thing I've come to realize is like, let's say if someone is trying to run your credit, you'll get like I've been getting notifications from that is Experian. I've signed up. I have an Experian account, and anytime there's like anyone trying to run my credit, or let's say there's a change, I always get a notification that, oh, this and this has happened. If your credit score has gone down or up, it also notifies you. Like I like that because at times it's really hard to like keep track of what's going on. But if you always pay your stuff on time, then this shouldn't be a problem. And the third one is Discover secured credit card. And one thing about these credit card is they have no annual fee. That's a good thing. Like if you pay, let's say maybe you have $500, that's your credit line. Make sure you pay. Like if you happen to use everything, pay it off as quick as you can. Just pay it off as quick as you can. The Discovery secured credit card is the best secured card that Discover have ever seen. The rewards on this card, that is 2% cashback on up to $1,000 worth of spending. That is restaurants, gas. So if you eat out regularly, if you drive, if you're a frequent driver, this would be a great credit card for you. And 1% on all other spendings. Oh, that's not bad. So this is actually a decent regular card if for your daily purchases and that kind of thing. So for secured credit card, they usually unheard of. So I believe that this credit card from Discover is really good, and plus they have zero annual fees if you decide to take that option. Um, Now the initial deposit must be paid with a bank. That is one thing that we need to know. And the minimum is $200, and it can stretch up to a maximum of 2,500, just like city that the city secured credit card. They have no annual fees. That's something that I like about it. And you earn 2% cash back at gas stations and restaurants, and up to 1,000. That is all combined. That's like up to $1,000 in combined purchases on each quarter. So that is in a period of 3 months. So basically, what I can say is one thing about having a credit card is it helps, as we all know, it helps you build your credit. That's a good thing. And for people who are just like fresh out of high school, or people who are just who you just want to, buy a house, buy a car, that kind of thing, having a credit card really helps. It really, really helps because it tends to show how you pay. That is, let's say you've spent like I have credit cards. I have credit cards. I think I have four credit cards, and I have a Discover credit card. I have a Capital One credit card, Priceline. Like I've been trying to like get as many as I can, but it got to a point where I was like, I don't need too many of these credit cards because again, you just don't want to mask them all out. And if you're able to pay them, just pay them off. So what I was trying to say is if you're trying to get like a big purchase and you have no credit, starting from the secured credit card, that's the best option. I remember my first credit card was Discover, and they gave me a credit limit of, well, not less than 2,000. Let me just say that, yeah. And Capital One. And the thing is like they monitor the way you pay. So if you pay your credit on time, if you make your payments on time, that's a plus for you. Because what I noted was they would always send me like notifications like, can you update this so we can try and increase your credit limit? That is, you need to update your income, that kind of thing. but it just doesn't happen all of a sudden. Like they have to look at how you've been paying, and then they can determine if you qualify for an increase in your credit line. So it's pretty much straightforward, and they have great rewards. That is, if you eat outside a lot, if you drive, the cashback on the 2% cashback that is in restaurants and gas, that is that is good. I would say I highly recommend them. Um, and I am in no way haven't been sponsored by any of these credit card companies. This is just personal decision, personal recommendations based on my research. And I think that for people who are trying to get into buying something, making a large purchase, this would be a great place to start. So thanks, guys. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll be making more content along these lines for all things personal finance. That is, things that are finance related, business related. I'll try and see what I can talk about. There's a lot of things that I can talk about in regards to finance, credit cards, investments, crypto, Bitcoin, and all that kind of thing. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. And I'll be posting videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions, you can post them in the description. Not in the description. You can post them in the comment section below. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.